Alright folks, this is going to be the slice color for the tail. I've been sitting here cutting it up. Alright, I don't want to put y'all through all the boring part of me sitting there cutting the pieces for 2 or 3 minutes. I always have plenty of stuff like that left over. I put them in bags like this and keep it and mark it. Alright, I mentioned that sometimes in the video. Whether it's important or not, I know some of y'all make baits. It might give you an idea how I keep up with it. And like I said, I got a table behind me that's all bags, loaded. And that way I can go back and dig through them when I'm ready to make a color. See what color I'm ready to make. See if I have some left over. I either add to it, I'll start over, or I use what I got. Plastisol is not cheap. You gotta use it, guys. You gotta use it when you can. So I've had plenty of slice color. We're gonna heat this up. We're gonna shoot some tails. Alright guys, we're gonna shoot the tails. Don't let that scare you. It's acorns falling off a tree if you've heard that. This is the tail mold for the LC Shad. Now I've been taking a heat gun while this was cooking. I'm shooting Tadpole Jr. here too. See if we get any tails. That didn't feel good. It might have been too cold. I know. Well, I got it up to 70, but let me shoot something here that's hadn't been heated. 68, so I got it up a couple degrees. But I was running the heat gun on and I was blowing it down in the molds. You know, trying to warm these molds up so I could shoot them. You shoot a cold mold, sometimes it won't fill out all the way. The other day, I wasn't thinking about it last week. I come in, I got started, I shot a mold, and I opened the mold, the tails didn't fill out. I went, oh idiot, you're going to have to heat those molds. You got hot plastic, goes in something cold, it sets up too fast. Alright, let's let that cool and we're going to see how they're done. Alright, here's the tails, guys. Well, they're done just fine. See how small they are? That's why I was shooting the heat in there. Yeah, I've been in this movie before. Once it really gets cold, what I'll do is, I've got one of these radiator heaters below this table. I lay the gun, shooting on injector gun on that, and I heat the molds. Once you start shooting, you're okay. And it's not that cold. It got down to 40 something last night, 42. But that's all it takes, guys. Your molds need to be warm. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull these off. Alright. Lay these in place. Now I put just a little bit of oil. And look, that's just vegetable oil. A lot of guys use worm oil. And I use vegetable oil spray in my guns. Been doing it for years. I was watching somebody making baits the other day, and they said, I seen a guy on YouTube using spray vegetable oil, so I tried it and it works. So I don't know who he's seen, because I haven't seen nobody else doing it but me, and I watch a lot of the bait makers. Most of them use worm oil, but worm oil, guys, not taking anything away from the companies that sell it, it's great stuff, okay? And it's great to put on your plastic worms and the bags and stuff. You're not going to beat it for that. Alright, I don't use vegetable oil in my bags. I use worm oil. But the worm oil is not cheap. If you go in there and price it, it's I ain't bought any since last year. I usually buy a couple quarts in January, and it usually does me the year for the bags. And when I do in the bags, I add scent to it. I mix the scent 50-50, and that usually 2 quarts usually do me a year. So I hate to say what it is. It's about $30 a quart, I think. Alright. Now, I'm just going to shoot one side of it for now. Alright. I didn't like that tail. I think that tail's got a bubble in it, so I'm going to add another one. It does. I see it there now. I thought it was a flake, but I think it's an air bubble. Happens very easily. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a couple more here while I'm doing it. Alright. There you go. We're going to shoot enough for you to win. Now, before I go on, I'm going to show you. I shot the Tadpole Jr. I'm going to do it the same way. There you go. It done fine too. Alright. I'm going to cut the tails off. See, with the Tadpole Jr., I have to cut them off by hand and put them back in the mold. I have to do the willow tails the same way. Alright. I do not have a tail mold for them. The company don't make a tail mold for them. If they did, I'd buy one for it, because I sell a lot of the willow tails in the tail colors, like this right here. This one's called Candy. It's probably my best selling color. That one, and I got one with plum body and a chartreuse tail, and a pumpkin seed. Y'all gonna see that one sooner or later. All right, you ready? I'm gonna mix up my coloring, and I'm gonna shoot this mold. All right, guys. I done started cutting without y'all, so y'all don't need to stand here and watch me cut all this up. What I'll do is these pieces. These are pieces. Okay, this is the scout color from the prey bait. All right, this is the scout right here. It's blue, had a gray back. This is a second, so you can see the grading. The gray didn't come up back all the way. I've got seconds laying here, guys. I gave a bunch away yesterday. Okay, I gave a bunch of them away yesterday. Here's Buster. For some of y'all don't know what the prey bait is. They're online. And then that was what I had left of those. And then this is where I shot it the other day. And this is what I'm doing. I'm cutting all this up, and we're going to use this. Okay, and we're going to shoot that. I'm going to cook that down. We're going to shoot this mold. Okay, guys. I got this plastic cooked, and I cleaned it. Put it in the vacuum chamber. Anytime you use plastic, that's what can happen to you. You got to clean it, because it gets so much fuzz and bubbles all on the top. All that's moisture, and you got to get that sucked out of there, guys. All right. All right, y'all ready? We're gonna open the mold. Yeah, you never know what side it's gonna pull out on. Usually the opposite side you think it is. There you go. Now I'm gonna send y'all, whoever wins, all of these, okay? All of them. Them nuts are hitting a tin roof, guys. I got a tin roof. And I got oak trees. Wood start about 8 feet from this building, and so acorns are hitting my tin roof. You see, that's a pretty blue, isn't it? It's a pretty blue. It's got that orange tail. The tail's just enough to draw attention. Go like, look at me, you can't eat me. It draws them, I tell you what. Tail colors make a huge difference, guys, if you never fish a tail color. There's times when it can make a huge difference, especially if you got some color to the water. Alright? Hey, guys. You got to have fun as you're working, don't you? Take and put your number down 1 through 400. On Wednesday night, we do a draw. It's a random number draw. And the person's going to win, it gets closest to that number without going over the number. Okay? We've been doing that since the start. It works just fine. Okay? And then I'll load that video on Thursday morning. Come back Thursday if you leave a number and see if you won. All right? And if you won, you send me your address. Go ahead and just email me your address. You know? Sometimes if you order from me, I may have it. If you've ordered within the last couple of months, it's easy to find. If you haven't ordered for a while, so over 6 months, it's hard to find. I got to go back through a lot of orders to find it. Just go ahead and email me your address. You might have moved. Something might have changed. I don't know. That's happened to me before, too. I sent it to the wrong place. So just go ahead and email me your address. And if you get it to me on Thursday, I'll mail it to you on Friday. If not, it's going to be sometime the following week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. I'm still working some and stuff, and sometimes I'm not close to the post office. I'm close to it on Fridays. I go right by the post office every Friday. So if you give it to me on Thursday, I'll mail out on Friday. Appreciate y'all, guys. Good luck to everybody. Hope you enjoyed the catching after this. See ya. Bam. That's a small one. That's a start. Seems like I always start. No, I was going to say I always start with a small one, but that's not true. I have caught some good ones the first fish. He's about 9 1/16. All right, guys, playing with the color here. LC Shad. We'll see how it works. This is the slice color and the tail. My camera cut off on me on the first fish, so I was kind of checking it just now to make sure it was recording. And look, when I went to do the Wednesday night draw, Wednesday night, I knew he was going to fall off. He was skin hooked. And my camera wouldn't come on, the other one I had. Alright, I got a piece of line on him. He's probably 10 inches, that's about it. 9, I don't say he's 10, I'm going to say he's 9 7/8. Now the first place I stopped, I caught the one small one. I bet I threw there 10 times to catch the one. I've made 2 casts here and caught 2 fish. That's another trick, guys. That's a secret. Secret is you got to find fish that are hungry. You know, not all of them will hit you. I've been to boathouses. Y'all seen the video I made a couple weeks ago? I went to 5 boathouses that had fish, caught none. Both the same size. He's about 9 7/8. This is the color I made. I made this color yesterday, playing around. You see the school of shad coming in there? Need to wipe my depth finder off. We done touched it, reloading it. See how they're coming to that school of fish? I should have left the camera running. I've shown y'all the shad. I cut the camera off. I thought, why not? I should have left it running. As soon as my bait got to that school of fish, just rolled up and grabbed it. See, shad are running by them. That's why they're out here sitting on this point. They're here sitting on this point in a school like that, and shad are running by them. Well, they're all about the same. They're fat. His belly, it looks like somebody stuffed a gumball in him. He's so belly sticking out. See, they're stuffing themselves on shad right now, and some of them have they're just not hungry. You just got to find somebody that's hungry. I had 3rd cast. I got bumps, but I didn't catch any. This is 4th cast. And y'all have heard me say the guys that's been with me a lot. If you're not catching them in a school, move. Don't sit there and just keep casting at them. If you're not paying attention to you, you're not getting bit. All they doing is chasing it, bumping it, kissing it. Leave him. He's a little smaller. He's probably 9 1/4. Yeah, this color, this is the slice color in the tail, which is an orange yellow. And I got thinking about that thing yesterday. I was making tail colors in the willowtail. The willowtail's been selling really good. And I usually make 10 bags at a time, guys. I don't make a whole bunch of some of those odd baits. A lot of stuff I make 30 bags at a time, but in willowtails I make 10. Because sometimes they'll sit there for a month, 6 weeks for that 10 bags to sell. And here lately, people have been coming on buying 3, 4, 5 bags at a time of some of the colors in the willowtails. The willowtail's a great cool water bait. I made the video with it. I loaded Friday. Y'all have already seen it. But in the tail colors, if you're fishing some staying water, this water's got some color to it today because they're dumping the water out from not the last hurricane, the first hurricane. All right. What was it called? Helene or something like that. That water's just getting to us. We didn't have about 4 inches of rain here. But way above us, on the other end of Virginia toward the mountains, they had more rain. All that water runs down in 2 big rivers, and it feeds Kerr Lake above us. Kerr Lake is 50,000 acres. When the water comes through Kerr Lake, it runs into our lake immediately. It's just a dam, then it starts right into our lake. When it comes out to make power, when it comes out of that lake making power, it comes into our lake. It's kind of like the Kentucky Lake chain, all right? It comes into our lake. It finally got down here last Friday. Yeah, and it's worse today than it was last weekend. So that water is finally backing up in these creeks. I don't mind it, and I like the color to the water. It looks brown. I can see my bait down right. That's all far I can see it, which is a foot. We got a foot visibility. Bam! I don't mind that. So I thought yesterday, when I was playing making these tail colors, I thought, let's try the orange slice as a tail color. Bam! All right, guys, I moved. A little nicer. Went to another dock. I didn't catch but one there, and I lost him at the boat. And I was trying to net him. I was reaching to net him. He jumped and come off. He ain't much bigger. He's probably 10 inches, and that's about it. Finding bigger crappies sometimes can be the hardest part, isn't it? No, don't you get hung up on me. I done lost enough fish today, guys. I don't know why I'm losing so many. I had a big one on at the dock, a dock that I stopped at. A nice one. He might have been 11, 12 inches, a good one. And he got right to the boat and flopped off. I done lost 2 at the boat. One of those days, I reckon. Crappie are hard to find today. And find some that's interested. They're stuffing themselves on shad because you can tell by how heavy they are. Oh, come on. All right, hold on. All right, got it. Oops, I made him bleed. He was hooked right at the end of where his gill starts, guys. So as soon as I pulled the hook, I seen a drop of blood. I threw him back. He was about 10 1/2. That's one of the things I've learned to do. And I heard a biologist say one time, he said, if you make them bleed, put them back into, especially if the water's cold, put them back in the water. That will help them more than anything. All right, if you're gonna eat them, they ain't no big deal, all right? I'm still playing with my depth finder. I know the picture is giving me now is false. I'm fishing a treetop, and it's showing the treetop right on top of the water. Look, some of it's out of the water. So I know that's wrong. I haven't changed my angle of my probe. I ain't changed that at all. So I'm playing with it right now, trying to figure that out. The bottom's still rocking some, and my other one had that, what's it called, HRSA, when it came up. I can't find that on since I uploaded. Am I getting that same settings? I think it even changed. There was a lot of changes. When you get through, it shows all the changes. It was just bunches of. So I know it made a lot of changes. And so now I've got to relearn my depth finder, I think, as far as when I go to the settings. Yep. So I'll get there. It'll take me a little bit to get it back like it was. I got a decent picture though. Got a good picture. I just think that it's still falsifying some on depth. It says it's 10 feet at that tree, and I know it's deeper than that. I still don't think it's given. I still think the bottom's going up some when I move this pole. I've still got a stinky suspicion that my transducer's not right. Bam. Can I keep this one on? Well, he's not much bigger. I cannot catch a bigger fish today. I think, like I said, I think some of these bigger fish are probably roaming open water, chasing shad all the time. I got hung up in it, that brush pile, guys, and treetops, what it is. Fell off the bank. I got hung up in it and lost my head, and I put this chartreuse back on some orange on it. And I put a solid blue. Now this is let me throw him back. He's right at 10. He's probably 9 3/4. This is the blue, but I ain't put orange tail on it. Bam, a solid blue works good too. I'm about the same size. Yeah, solid blue works good also. Everybody's the same size. He's right at 10 inches. Alright guys, look, my depth finder's a different color. I done lost another fish a couple minutes ago. I'm terrible on losing fish today. I'm still playing with my depth finder, like I told you a while ago. Still monkeying with it. I think it's better. Like I said, it changed so much in it. That's why I thought I was say I ain't never updated mine. Well, I had to do something. But I agree. It changes it. You got to start all over. That's a decent fish. He's about 10.5. Okay, it's this new color. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you a little secret I've been keeping to myself now. I'm going to make this a porta catch. Now, I do that once in a while. I make up something like this. The blue is from a remelt from Scout and the Prey Baits, which is a blue and gray. That's what it came out to be. It's a pretty blue. It's got a lot of sparkle to it. Yeah, it came out really nice. After I made that blue, it's really close to Blue Boy. Really close. And the sliced tail adds, and this water has some color to it. You can see the fish are hitting it. I'm getting plenty of bites. They're bumping a lot. The fishing is not great today. It's not easy. Y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes you go out, and fishing's better than other times. You seem to really be nailing them. They're still picky today. The water is cooling. They say it's 70 right now, but it was 68 when I started. Sun's come up some now. It's getting warmer in here, so I took my coat off. It's supposed to be 70 today. It was 41 this morning. It's going to be in the 40s all this coming week, so it's going to change. They're trying to change. I think the toughest thing right now that's making the bite tough right here for us is the watercolor. The water's gotten dirtier than it was the other day. During the week, it's gotten dirty. It's almost grenada color. The main channel is worse than this, guys. So I think that's probably, they got to adjust to it. I said that last Friday, but I'm thinking it's still changing. It's gotten dirtier since last week, and it's cooling too. So I think once they adjust to that, and also I believe the thing is, they're feeding more at night. Those first fish I caught, their little bellies were packed. Looked like somebody had stuffed gumballs down their throat. You can see where the little bellies have rolled out. I think that they are eating plenty at night. And I think that makes it tough too on us guys trying to fish and catch them during the day when they're filling up at night, right? But y'all put your number down, 1 through 400. And we'll go on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, we'll take and do a random number draw. And we'll see who won, okay? And guys, good luck to everybody. It's when I say it's random, we have no idea. I hit it on the computer for y'all new guys, and it gives us a number. And we go look. You can't go over. The other rule I have is 2 rules. Excuse me. You got to be a subscriber. If that box is black under the video, you need to hit that subscribe button. Number 2, you can't go over the number. We've been trying to keep fist fights down, and that really works. So if it gives us 199 and you got 200 and somebody's got 195, the 195 is going to win. I always say this too when I make the baits, okay? And some of y'all leaving numbers on Wednesdays and Fridays. No. The only draw is on the Sunday pour to catch. And we do the draw on Wednesday night. On the Wednesday video, it's for fun. Friday videos, if I have an extra one, I got to fish some, I'm going to fish a couple days this coming week. And I make some extra videos, I throw those in on Fridays, okay? When I have time to do some extra fishing and the weather lets me do it. I've just finished painting the house, so this week I'm taking a week off before I start some other work. I got a bunch of other stuff to do, so I'm taking about 3 or 4 days off this week, and I'm going to fish at least 2 of them if I can get this depth finder figured out. we're gonna fish some of them. Good luck to everybody. Hey guys, see y'all next time.